Okay, so maybe you're just watching this and you didn't watch me put my foundation on, which is totally fine. If you don't care about that and you only want to watch this part of the video, go for it. I'm super excited to show you the new Natasha Denona palette that is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. You can see I've already kind of futzed with it a lot. One thing that I want to talk about this palette that I think is genius, and it's kind of a little thing, it's not even that big of a deal, but for me, I'm like, genius! And that is this little plastic guy. So you can see the names, and it keeps everything covered, and it will keep your mirror looking nice, but then it flips up and is totally out of the way. It's also perforated there, so if you want to, you can say screw it and just rip it off. But I did my makeup with this palette yesterday, and I did something totally different than what I'm going to do today. I find myself getting inspired by clothes. That's because I have a matching problem. I try not to do like super matchy. I mean, I did back in the early 2000s. I was like a matching queen. So I try not to do that every day, but I do like coordinating. Maybe that's a better word that I should use instead of matching. I like coordinating. I bet you anything, by the time this part of the video is over, you're going to see how my foundation really doesn't look like crazy white face. I love my black eyeliner. I know that I'm almost 40 years old, and maybe I shouldn't rock black eyeliner every day, but I flippin' hate those kinds of rules. Do what you want to do. So I'm gonna do a really fun look. I haven't uploaded the other video yet though. I need to do some editing on it from yesterday where I did like all the golds and all of that. And today I'm gonna rock like the pink and purples and kind of show you, because this palette is, I mean, really versatile. Some good mattes, the pigments are beautiful. It's a lot of product. The pans are big and it's lovely, and I've always wanted Natasha Denona palette, and so I was really excited about this one, and the day it came out I was like, I must have it, it's so good. So I'm gonna take this top color here called Per Se, and I'm gonna start with using this as a nice crease color. So I just have the Fenty Beauty foundation on my eyelids right now. That's it. I don't know. I used to spend a lot of money on eyelid primers, and I really loved them, and I felt like I needed them for a long time. But over the last, I want to say within the last year somehow, I ran out of eyelid primer, and I just never freaking went to the store and went and bought it. Instead, I just started throwing my foundation up there and was kind of like, well, we'll see what happens. I might get a gross, creasy, oily lid. And what do you know? I've grown out of that. It only took me almost 40 years. I love this color. Now, I'm probably one of the few people that gets a makeup boner for, sorry for any younger ones watching this, although I seriously doubt I have a younger following at all. But I'm probably one of the few people that gets like excited about these sort of nice, beautiful matte colors that are gorgeous, but I love them. They're super pretty to me. So I'm gonna now put, it's not like I plan out these looks hardcore. I don't really plan them out. I just kind of roll with it and see like what ends up happening. So I'm gonna take the Stila waterproof eyeliner, this smudge stick in navy, and I'm just gonna pop this on the lash line. But guys, I don't know, when it comes to these things, like, don't get scared, because I'm just gonna smudge this out a bunch. So don't get scared about putting on eyeliner and it looking like messy and boo-boo. It's okay. It's just makeup. These things can always be fixed. So I'm gonna take pencil brush. I can never remember what 219 from MAC. I've had this thing, I can't even tell you how long I've had it. I don't even know if they still make it anymore. I'm sure they do though. And I'm just gonna smudge this guy. I just noticed there, my brow looked a little crazy. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Just a little smudge. And then let's see here, what's this color called? Viola. It's like a, well, how about I show you? It's this sort of plummy. I'm gonna work the plums and purples and see what happens. And I'm just gonna pop that right on top. And of course, I think it's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Look at that. Pretty. Still see kind of a little bit of that navy go through there. I'll need to fix my eyeliner again, but that's fine. Super pretty. Okay. I mostly use Wayne Goss brushes because I bought them all and I love them. So now I'm gonna take Amethyst, which is the more purple color that's underneath, and I'm gonna pop this on my lid. This one up against the other almost looks blue. It almost looks like a bright blue. And maybe this is a little more summery with all this color. I know there's people that are really scared of wearing color like this. And if you think this isn't wearable, I promise you there's a way that you can put this on that it just looks nice and soft. And it doesn't have to look, sometimes I don't know how it translates in the videos, if it looks, even though I try to like have good lighting and shoot in HD and blah, 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 all that stuff that I don't know a ton about. I think that there's people that are really scared of wearing color, and that has never been me. I've never been really scared of wearing color. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I've also worked in the industry and I'm a makeup artist. So I think that there's something to be said for maybe if you're an office manager or a surgeon or a nurse or one of these things, maybe this isn't the most wearable look for you. Maybe this is more of a nighttime sort of look. So I took that same navy color and I've got the, what color is this? Viola. And I'm just smudging this underneath. I'm gonna take a little bit of the amethyst, kind of that bluishy pink. Just pop a little bit of this on too. And don't forget that your fingers are tools as well. So there's nothing wrong with using your fingers as well for this. Whoa, this is so fun when you look at this stuff from far away. This eye's like twice the size of the other one. And because I have green eyes, or whatever weird color eyes I have, these sort of like bluey, purpley, oh, they look so pretty. They're so pretty against green eyes. It's very striking. And I know I have friends out there that think that these kind of looks are really complicated, and I'm just trying to show you by doing these things how they're not complicated at all. I totally get why people think they're complicated because it might look like it's a lot of work, but it's not. It's not a lot of work at all. I mean, you saw how fast I did this. Again, navy eyeliner, pop it on. Don't get stressed if it's not perfect because it doesn't matter. And I have a paper towel in my lap and all I do is take this and like wipe it off. And I'm literally just dragging this on top. This is a waterproof eyeliner, so don't think that you can like do this whole eye and then come here and think you're gonna be able to smudge this, because you're not. it's gonna really stick. But that's kind of, I'm almost using it as a base so that it does stick a little bit. Speaking of stick. Okay, and then what is this color again? Viola is sort of pinky. You can reverse these and it doesn't have to be the pinky-ish sort of color by the lash line. I just happen to really like these sort of colors because it's very striking. And seeing it up with that navy underneath it, it's so pretty. I always know I'm in the right profession when I sit here and do my makeup and am talking to a camera, and I see how excited I get. Makes me feel a little dumb, but not really. Like, I just flippin' love this stuff because it's fun. I mean, when I was a kid, I liked coloring, and now I just get to color my face. So I'm just working this on the lid. Don't go too high into the crease. I'm not even doing a really dramatic crease or anything. Really pretty. Oh, I got a little too much of the amethyst. Go back a little bit with this viola plummy color. God, I can't get over how pretty this is. Really hope you guys can see this. I hope it translates well, because it's gorgeous. So see, not complicated. Put some mascara on after this. I'm gonna do the Bad Gal Plum and then the black on top, because that's kind of been my jam these days. And it's really subtle. You only see just a little bit. Gotta make the crazy faces if you do this stuff. And you can see, like, I'm kind of working this quickly, but when you do this sort of smoky eye, and especially a little smoky with some color, you just don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared of this stuff at all. It's okay if it's like a teeny bit messy and if it's not perfect. There's no makeup police that's coming after you. A little black action happening again. So when I squished my eyelids, nice. When I squished my eyes closed, kind of jacked it up a little bit. Really, really, really pretty look. I suggest wearing eyelashes with this look, because if you're gonna do it, just do it. But even if you just want to wear mascara, that's fine too. And wearing these colors softly, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to go crazy, and these pigments are just, they're beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette. Mixing, kind of mixing a little bit of the pink with the purple. But this way it just does this really gradual, and you can always like blend, just kind of pull up a little bit. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, it's more dramatic, but whatever. My friends I'm gonna see later. Maybe I'll fix my hair. What a concept. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out here just so you can really see this. And the next part of the video, I'm gonna talk about cheeks. Maybe I'll even do cheeks and lips together. We'll see, I don't know. All right, thanks guys. Keep watching if you want.